Hello, good morning dear children. Again we are meeting after a long time, and today I am going to discuss a poem from the book Indian Blossoms by Rabindranath Tagore. A very sweet poem consisting of only 16 lines, and it is an ode. And again the speciality is that you know Rabindranath Tagore, the Bengali poet, and he was renowned in many ways as a poet, as a dramatist, as a lyricist. Moreover, he wrote our Janaganamana, and I have sent those beautiful verses to you to hear. Right? We can go for the breezy April. So, you are very common and familiar with the word breeze. The sound itself is having that tendency or that mood of creating what is a breeze. It is a slow wind. It is a slow wind that is coming before a very turbulent climate. So he was saying about the breeze that is happening in the beginning of spring. In North India, the winter is very strong, and the full nature is covered with the snow, and the seeds are being sleepy under the snow-covered earth. So, Rabindranath Tagore, he was feeling very happy by the arrival of this spring. As far as a poet is concerned, he is very much having that affection to nature. And in this poem, Rabindranath Tagore is saying about his love towards the nature. And we can move on to the introduction section. I will read, and you can just note the important words, and you can go for the vocabulary of that. So here I have written it as breezy April, and the month it is April. So here we are having also that summer. Here we are starting in April, and his birth year is 1861, and he died in 1941. And this is an ode. Students, you know an ode is an addressing poem. He is addressing spring and saying many things. And this is a very short poem, but it consists of tremendous imageries, tremendous emotions, tremendous feelings, tremendous selves of many people. So, this is an ode. Mind, ode is an addressing poem. So, Rabindranath Tagore, Sobiket Gurudev. Sobiket means nickname. നിങ്ങൾക്കറിയാം നിക്നെയിം വിളിപ്പേരിനാണ് സോബിക്കറ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ രവീന്ദ്രനാഥ് ടാഗോറിനെ എന്താണ് വിളിച്ചിരുന്നത്? ഗുരുദേവ് എന്ന്. ദാറ്റ് ഇറ്റ് ഹാസ് ബീൻ ഗിവൺ ബൈ അവർ വെരി ബിലവഡ് മഹാത്മാ ഗാന്ധി, the author of Geetanjali. So he was famous for his poem Geetanjali, and it consists of almost 103 poems, and it is addressing to Lord Krishna. കൃഷ്ണനെ സ്തുതിച്ചുകൊണ്ടുള്ള 103 poems ആണ് ഗീതാഞ്ജലി. And actually he had written it as poems, and it won the famous Nobel Prize in 1913. In literature, was one of the greatest writers the nation has ever produced. In India, nobody has got fame like Rabindranath Tagore, with the rare distinction of having penned 2 national anthems. So, in addition to our national anthem Janaganamana, Tagore had written the national anthem of Bengal also, Amar Shona Bangla, and founded the Vishwabharati University. In Bengal, he founded the Vishwabharati University. Now, it is the place of thousands of students. They are reading, they are learning philosophy, they are learning literature, and several things it is being studied there in Vishwabharati. And founded Vishwabharati University. He was awarded the knighthood in 1915. അപ്പോൾ knighthood എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു പദവി Rabindranath Tagore that Britishers had given this knighthood in 1915. But he returned it in 1990 in protest against Jallianwala Bagh massacre. നിങ്ങൾക്കറിയാം ജാലിയൻവാല ബാഗ് അമൃത്സറിൽ പഞ്ചാബിൽ നടന്ന ആ കൂട്ടക്കുരുതിക്ക് അതിൽ നിന്നൊരു പ്രൊട്ടസ്റ്റ് എന്നുള്ള രീതിയിൽ he had returned that knighthood to British government. Tagore's influence over Mahatma Gandhi and other founders of modern India was immense. So immense means abundant. His influence on literature as well as the minds of the people of that time till now is abundant and immense. Then second paragraph, children please go through the second paragraph. The youngest of the 13 children, he was the youngest of the 13 children, and Tagore was born into a highly influential family in Calcutta on 7th May 1861. His parents were Debendranath Tagore and Sharada Devi. He started to compose poems at the age of 8. So at the age of 8, he started composing poems at the very young age. His first book of poems appeared when he was 17. So at the age of 17, his first book was published. Tagore received his early education from various tutors and schools. He studied law at the University College. Afterwards, he studied law in London, but left after a year because of his dislike of English culture. So that is the thing. He was a true Indian. He was filled with emotions and feelings of India. So he disliked English and English culture, so that he returned from England before completing his studies. Then in 1883, Tagore married Mrinalini Devi Rai Chowdhury, by whom he had 2 sons and 3 daughters. So altogether he had 5 children, and he lost his young son in 1907. So desperately he lost one of his son. And after an eventful life, Tagore died on 7th August 1941. That is before 6 years of independence at the age of 81. So that's the end of second paragraph. Then coming to the third paragraph. Most of the Tagore's works were originally written in Bengali. So his native language is Bengali. So he had written lot of things in Bengali, but he himself translated it into English, and other authors are also still translating his works, but later on translated by himself into English. Then he had completed 30 volumes, poems and songs, short stories, novels, plays, history, textbooks, and treatises on pedagogy. Pedagogy means it is the study or the method of practicing teaching. So he had written many things about teaching, how a teaching can be conducted. He was a good learner also, so he can be affluent in saying about how the teaching can be conducted. Tagore turned to painting, and that is the most interesting thing. He had turned to painting at the age of 17. Children, normally we people are thinking life is being a stop after 60 years or 70 years, but Tagore started his painting at the age of 17 and become a prolific painter. Prolific means he made a lot of paintings, and being a music composer, he has composed 2,230 songs, and again he was a composer also and composed 2,230 songs. That is it. It is the third paragraph. And coming to the last paragraph, it is saying about the breezy April. Breezy April is one of Tagore's best known nature poems. You know, poets are nature lovers. Without nature, we human beings are nothing in this world. All the animals, all the plants, everything is connected with us. So his nature poems has many poems, and the breezy April is one of the most important one. A short lyric poem. You know what is a lyric poem? Lyric poem means a short poem, and actually the lyre is a musical instrument. So in olden days, with the accompaniment of lyre, when one is singing something, that becomes a lyric. In the form of an ode, you know, and I have already said this is an ode to spring. It begins with the address of the month of April. April ne vilichanu parayunnathu. So it comes under the heading ode. April, the month of regeneration and rebirth. എല്ലാത്തിനെയും വിന്ററിൽ മരിച്ചു കിടക്കുന്ന the land is being, the earth is being dead at the time of winter. After that it is regenerating. The seeds are regenerating. The life is regenerating. The feelings are regenerating. The emotions are regenerating at the time of April. The month of regeneration and rebirth is personified. What do you mean by personification? Here, April, the month is being personified as he himself. I എന്ന് പറയുന്നിടത്തൊക്കെ ഒരേ സമയം ഏപ്രിലുമാണ്, ഞാനുമാണ്, എല്ലാവരുമാണ്. Then, it reinforces man-nature relationship. What do you mean by reinforcement? It encourages, it enriches and motivates the man-nature relationship. മനുഷ്യനും പ്രകൃതിയും തമ്മിലുള്ള ബന്ധം അതിൻ്റെ ഊഷ്മളതയെ കാണിക്കുകയാണ് ഈ പോയത്തിൽ. The poem is filled with quickening resonance. Maybe that word is foreign to you. Resonance. Resonance എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താണ്? The sound of something become one with us. എന്തിൻ്റെ എങ്കിലും ഒരു ശബ്ദം നമ്മുടെ ശബ്ദത്തിൻ്റെ ആ ട്യൂണിലേക്ക് വരുന്നു. അതാണ് റെസൊണൻസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സോ ദ നേച്ചർ സൗണ്ട് ഈസ് ബീയിങ് വൺ വിത്ത് അസ്. And a resurgence in nature. And the resurgence in the meaning, the sound produced, resurgence means the return of an activity from a stop. വിന്ററിൽ നിന്നുപോയ എല്ലാ ആക്ടിവിറ്റികളും നേച്ചർ തിരിച്ചു കൊണ്ടുവരുന്നു. So you can note the two words resonance as well as resurgence. So Tagore was saying about April that can cause both resonance. നമ്മുടെ ഒരു ഫീലിങ്സുമായിട്ട് അറ്റ്യൂൺ ചെയ്യുന്ന ഏപ്രിൽ, നമ്മുടെ ആക്ടിവിറ്റികളെയൊക്കെ പുനരുജ്ജീവിപ്പിക്കുന്ന ഏപ്രിൽ. So it can be considered as a fully or a complete nature poem. The hum and bustle of life. വിന്ററിൽ പൂക്കളില്ല, വണ്ടുകളില്ല, അവരുടെ ഹമ്മിങ് സൗണ്ട് ഇല്ല, ബസിലിംഗ് സൗണ്ട് ഇല്ല. All these things are coming back at the time of April. And life after the long freezing North Indian winter. വിന്ററിലെ തണുത്ത ആ സമയത്തു നിന്ന് സ്പ്രിങ്ങിലേക്കുള്ളൊരു പലായനം. ഏപ്രിലിന്റെ തുടക്കത്തിൽ ഓരോ മനുഷ്യജീവിക്കും ഉണ്ടാകുന്ന വികാരങ്ങളാണ് ടാഗോർ ബ്രീസി ഏപ്രിലിൽ പറയുന്നത്. In the introduction to Geetanjali, W.B. Yeats wrote, ഗീതാഞ്ജലിയിലേക്ക് വരികയാണ്. The renowned book, the book that India had ever seen, or that won the Nobel Prize in 1913. അതിനെപ്പറ്റി the most famous poet ആയിട്ടുള്ള W.B. Yeats പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്ന എന്താണെന്ന് നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം. Wrote in 1912. These lyrics, ടാഗോറിന്റെ ഈ വരികൾ, full of subtlety of rhythm, താളാത്മകമായിട്ട് പോകുന്നെങ്കിലും വളരെ സട്ടിലായിട്ട്. എന്താണ് ചിൽഡ്രൻ, യു നോ ദ വേർഡ് സട്ടിൽ. സട്ടിൽ മീൻസ് ദാറ്റ് അബ്സ്ട്രാക്ട് എക്സ്പ്രഷൻസ്, ആർക്കും പെട്ടെന്ന് പിടികിട്ടാത്ത നിഗൂഢമായ മിസ്റ്റീരിയസ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള പല ഇമോഷൻസും നമ്മളിലേക്ക് എത്തിക്കുന്ന താളാത്മകമായ വരികളാണ് രവീന്ദ്രനാഥ ടാഗോറിന്റെ. ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് അൺട്രാൻസ്ലേറ്റബിൾ. അതൊരിക്കലും വേറൊരു ലാംഗ്വേജിലേക്ക് വേറെ ആർക്കും പകർത്തി എഴുതാൻ കഴിയില്ല. ഡെലിക്കസീസ് ഓഫ് കളർ, വർണ്ണങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു മായാ പ്രപഞ്ചമാണ് ടാഗോർ തീർത്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. Then of metrical invention, display in their thought a world I have dreamed of my life long. എന്റെ ജീവിതം മുഴുവൻ ഞാൻ കൊതിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട് അങ്ങനെ ഒരു കുറച്ച് വരികൾ എഴുതാൻ. But I completely failed in that attempt. So this is a magical world of Rabindranath Tagore that we can see in Geetanjali, which had won the Nobel Prize in 1913. So that is it, the introduction. And children, you can go through the poem, and I have sent you the notes, and with the proper vocabulary you can go through the 4 paragraphs and try to understand the important things or aspects that is related with Geetanjali.